everybody. If you are new here, welcome. If you're old here, like me, welcome back. I'm Elizabeth from ourpaleofamily.com, and no recipe right now. I just want to show you what I get in my Thrive Market box. So I talk about Thrive Market all the time because I love them. I have been a member for about 3 years and I really have no complaints. So the butcher box unboxings were pretty popular. I think people were curious about that service. And unfortunately that one kind of went south, but Thrive Market has just been great and has maintained its greatness for all this time. And so, you know, I have a lot of people tell me, oh, you know, I don't know, I think it might be good, but what do you buy from there? So I'm going to show you what I buy from there because it's generally the same stuff every time. Occasionally I'll try something new, or for like our big trip this summer, I bought a whole bunch of beef jerky and individual packets of almond butter, little things like that that were good travel foods. But in general, I buy the same stuff all the time. Just a little bit of information about Thrive. They are a membership service, so you pay, I think it's $59.95, right around $60 a year. And when you buy a membership, they give a membership to a family that could not otherwise afford it. So I love that about them. They are not a brick and mortar. They're only an online company, so like Amazon, you order and they ship to you. Shipping is free as long as your order is $49 or more, which I can always make it $49, so I've always had free shipping. And let's see, and so they're kind of like Costco with the membership, Amazon, their shipping, and Whole Foods, because that's what they sell. It's all that stuff that you would buy at your health food store, they sell at Thrive. And they actually have started selling meat. I haven't purchased anything fresh from them. I buy just my pantry staples. And I really recommend, if you're, I don't know why you're here. I think a lot of people are watching my videos for the Instant Pot recipes, but there are also some who are following this paleo lifestyle where we're cutting out the grains, the sugar, the inflammatory stuff to keep us or our families healthy. And if you want to do that really long term, you've got to have your pantry stocked, your kitchen ready for those types of recipes, or you'll just be frustrated when it comes time to cook. So that is where Thrive Market comes in. I just keep a running list on my grocery list on the wall of what I need from Thrive, and when I need enough stuff, I place an order. It's as simple as that. They've opened up at least another distribution center. I'm on the East Coast, so it used to take about a week to get a shipment, and now my shipments come in 3 or 4 days, so that is awesome. I don't have to wait a long time for all my goodies. So let me show you what comes in my box. Okay, so number one, I want to point out a nice sturdy box. I actually save these boxes and use them to pack things up because they're such nice solid boxes. You get a packing list so you can remember what you got, what you're supposed to get, and has your total amount on there. Mine actually came from Indiana. I've never looked at that before. So you have packing on the top, and then all your stuff is packed in here. So let me start pulling it out and I'll show you what we have. So they have some of their own brands. Thrive has created some of their own products, and I like them for the most part. So my son loves the Plantain Chips. They're just plantains, palm oil, and salt. We buy these Simple Mills crackers, which I think these were maybe $3 or $4 from Thrive. They're like $7 at Whole Foods. It's crazy expensive. I love these unbleached parchment sheets because it's just individual sheets. You don't have to rip them off, and they are the perfect size to fit in a baking sheet. You'll notice the theme here. It's December and we're getting ready for all of our cookie baking. So I have lots of stuff in here for my baking. Cheese curls. I was going to say this. So Thrive, everything they sell is not a health food. Barbara's cheese puffs are not a health food, but they're not Cheetos. They don't have all the dye. They don't have the MSG. They're naturally flavored and colored and all that kind of stuff. So occasionally we buy some treats like this because I like to make my family happy. We stock up on the chips that we like. We do eat chips. Yes, we do. Our lunches are usually salad. For me, the kids eat a lot of veggies and just turkey or ham, something like that. So we beef up their calories with some of these chips. I love these Kettle brand avocado oil. They're just potatoes, avocado oil, and salt. They taste really good. I know it's still fried potato and that's not the best, but it's better than like Ruffles, right? So when I order, I stock up on those. I did get a couple. So I filmed this already and I realized I cut my head off. So I'm filming again. So Actually had another bag of the cheese curls, a couple more bags of the plantain chips. Actually, small things like this, they require you to buy 2 a lot of times. So sometimes there will be a minimum requirement. So I think I got 4 bags of plantain chips. Arrowroot, which is for my cookie baking. Usually these come in a plastic bag, so I'm surprised these were not bagged, but that's okay, they're fine. And then you can see another layer of packing in here. We have these dividers. Sometimes it's one big divider, sometimes there's different types of dividers in here, but things are packaged and contained really well. We have another layer of the packing paper at the bottom. I buy my Great Lakes collagen that goes in my coffee every morning. Himalayan pink salt, which actually I think this was maybe $3. I saw a huge thing of it at Costco for about $5, so I'll probably stop buying that from here. We're new Costco members, so I'm just sort of discovering what they have. If you have been a Costco member for a while and you have tips for things that you really like to buy there that fit along with this lifestyle, please tell me, because I'm just learning. And it's right by our church, so we go on Sundays after church, which Sunday is the craziest day at our Costco, so I am like in and out. I'm not exploring the aisles, which I would like to do that sometime. Coconut milk, this is my favorite. It's Native Forest. It's the classic, which has a little bit of guar gum in it, which my functional medicine doctor said is okay, but this brand actually has one called Simple that does not have the guar gum, but it's not as good. It's not as thick, and it doesn't seem to have as much of the cream in it, so I just prefer this classic one. This goes in things like sauces. I'm about to make fudge with it. Last year, my fudge, I had so much trouble, and I went through a ton of coconut milk, and I ran out from Thrive, and I had to buy it at Whole Foods, and it made me really mad because it costs a lot more. My favorite coconut aminos, which goes in everything. So again, like, this was my last coconut aminos. It came in the plastic bag, also wrapped in this paper. So maybe they, I don't know, maybe they're switching from the plastic bags. I'm not sure. But it was very securely wrapped in this paper. More snacks. These, I hoard these. These are just for me, my dry roasted macadamias. A child or two might try to snitch some, but I try not to allow that. Just kidding. There's one here eavesdropping, so I had to talk about her while she's in the room. More coconut milk. And then I do buy some Bath and Body things. So you've probably heard me talk about Beauty Counter. I love Beauty Counter. Their products really are the best. They're safe. They perform really well. They have a bar of soap that's about this size, and it's about $20, and I love it, but I cannot buy a $20 bar of soap on the regular. So I like this Dr. Bronner's. It's just $2 or $3. I like this Jason. Maybe it's not pronounced that way. It has all sorts of little umlauts and things over the letters, but this is the toothpaste that I like without fluoride. They carry, again, with the Beauty Counter, I love Beauty Counter shampoo and conditioner, but it's like $20 a bottle. So there is a brand called Giovanni that they sell at Thrive that's also a clean brand, and it's a lot less, like $7 a bottle. So I mix that in with my Beauty Counter. And so I typically buy that. A couple other things that I didn't get in this shipment that I just wanted to show you. I always buy my nut pods, and I forgot. I'm going to actually have to place another order, because come January, when everybody is doing their Whole30, you will not be able to find the nut pods, because they're the Whole30 approved creamer. There's a hazelnut, vanilla, unflavored, and then in the fall they have pumpkin spice. This is my last bottle of pumpkin spice, and it is so yummy. So I'm saving it for a day I really, really need it. But these are, I think, $4 on the shelf at Whole Foods, and they are $2.99 from Thrive. So that's a big savings. I go through about 2 cartons a week. So I know I could wean myself off of that and save some money, but I enjoy it. So that is a splurge. So I definitely buy these from Thrive, and I need to stock up, so I'll have them in January. And then they have a ton of gluten-free mixes. So, you know, I'm not a super big fan of the gluten-free stuff. I prefer paleo, or just not to have it at all, because usually you've got a lot of grain flours, a lot of sugar if it's a sweet mix like a cake mix or a brownie mix. But sometimes life calls for that, and they sell a lot of this stuff at Thrive at a really good price. We like this Pamela's bread mix to make rolls. We made them for Thanksgiving. So I just keep these in the pantry in case impromptu big dinner party and I need to add something. So so that's Thrive Market. Let me know if you have questions. I really love them. I'll put a link to my referral link down in the notes or the description section. I'm not anybody special to them, but I love them, and they offer anybody who's a member gets a referral link. And I believe if you sign up under me, I get like a $25 credit. So then you could again share your referral link with your friends and family, and you could earn that credit. If you do use that link, you can get a 30-day free trial. And one caveat about that is that it will just, at the end of that 30 days, if you don't cancel it, they'll then charge you the membership fee. So give it a try for 30 days, order once, order twice, take some time to really explore the website and see what they offer. Make sure your order is $49 so you get the free shipping, and experience Thrive for yourself. And I hope you love it. I genuinely love it. I highly, highly recommend it. It's, you know, I feel so bad about the Butcher Box thing because it was great at first and I highly recommended it, and a lot of you signed up for it under me or, you know, on my referral. And it just turned out to be the pits. I was so disappointed in that company, and I feel badly that I recommended it. But I'm 3 years and going with Thrive, and I highly, highly recommend them. One mistake. I got one box in the spring that had, the stuff was not divided out like that. I don't know what happened. It was somebody new or it missed a stage in their processing or what, but all my stuff was just in the box, loose, no extra packaging. And I happened to have some arrowroot, which is nice fine powder, and I had some sunscreen, and one of the containers of sunscreen cracked, and so I had this goopy paste all over everything. It was a mess. I was really mad because I had to clean up that mess. But I contacted customer service. They responded right away. They credited me for all the stuff that was ruined, and they offered me a coupon for my next purchase, which they have always done that. Occasionally, that's the only real big deal that's ever happened. Occasionally something will be left off of my order, and I'll call them and say, hey, you know, this was left out. Okay, no problem. They credit me. They send me a coupon every time. It's great customer service. I have no complaints about them whatsoever. So I hope you enjoyed seeing what I ordered from Thrive, and I hope you give them a try yourself. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.